Hello everyone, happy Friday to you. I am up in Canada this week. Our son is graduating from university tomorrow, so I am dropping a recording for you. I originally had a different project planned for you, and at the last moment I checked and the supplies that I wanted to use for the project were not available. So I've pushed that project back a little bit and I will be showing it to you later in the month. So I decided that I would do a cute card using a bundle that I haven't used yet. It's called, the bundle is called Tune In, and all of our bundles are an extra 10% off for the month of June. So it's a really good time to get this super cute bundle. And here is the card that I'm going to be showing you how to make. Let me hold it up here. So it has a little TV in it, and it's a slider card. So you see there's this little thumb grip here, and you pull it and it says stay tuned for an important message, and then happy birthday. Isn't that cute? And of course I will have a project sheet for you which will be mailed out on Saturday so that you can follow along and do this project a lot easier. If you're thinking of getting the bundle, then make sure that you use my host code, and that is my June 2024 host code. And if you use that and spend $50, you will be getting a package of the adhesive back dappled dots in July. I collect all the orders and I place an order for all the gifts at the end of June or beginning of July, and then I will mail them out to you in July. So if you're placing a very large order of $150 or more, then please don't use the host code because I want you to get the rewards. This is for orders that are anywhere underneath $150. To get the gift you need to spend $50 though. All right, I am gonna pop this away, and I will show you how to make this card from start to finish, and I hope you really like this card. One thing I really love, I'm going to show you a second card that I made at the very end using the same pattern. So there's a lot of different ways to use this card. You could, whatever message you want to put, you can put on the second when you slide this out. Let me move this back. So when you slide this out, or you can put an image as the first thing in the screen and then slide it out to say words. There's a lot of different possibilities for this card. All right, let me switch my camera and let's work on this card. Okay, I already mentioned here are the Tune In. Here's the Tune In bundle, and that's the main thing that you're going to be needing for this project. And we're going to start off, I'm trying to think, we're going to start off, let's follow my project sheet because I did it for a reason. Okay, so you're going to start off with a piece of basic white cardstock, which is 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. You're going to take a strip of designer series paper. I am using the 2024-2026 in color paper. And since I'm going to be doing the TV in Summer Splash, I chose the Summer Splash color. And this strip is 5.5 by 1/2 inch. And we'll just go ahead and glue this to the bottom. It doesn't matter what pattern, but I kind of thought as I was gluing this, this kind of looks a little bit like carpet. I don't know why. This kind of made me think maybe not a carpet, but a rug. Kind of gave me that sort of feel. So you want to make sure this is right at the bottom and then press it down. Okay, that is our base. Then we're going to take a scrap piece of Summer Splash cardstock. We're going to take the TV stamp and we'll ink this up. And if you wanted to, you could also stamp the TV right onto the cardstock. I actually did that with my last card. I'll show you my second sample. That's also an option if you want to color the TV. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this on Summer Splash. because then I don't have to color the TV. So there is the TV, and I'm also going to stamp the antenna on some Daffodil Delight, because we're going to also die cut that. That down there. Let's see, what else do we need? I think that's it for right now. Okay, so let's grab our die cutting machine, and we will need the bigger one for this project, because in a moment after I die cut the TV, we're going to have to die cut through, ooh, I'm losing focus here. I'm going to have to die cut through this piece as well. Okay, let's grab our big machine, and I'll grab the plates, and this is the base platform number 1, thin die adapter number 2. We've got 1 cutting plate on the bottom, and then we'll have this cutting plate on the top. So we'll grab this, we'll grab the TV die, and we'll just grab, whoops, let's grab this through. Should also make sure my sound's coming over here. Sorry if I didn't have my microphone pointed in the right direction. All right, let's stick this down here. And just using a piece of this Post-it and labeling cover up tape. This actually is like the top of a Post-it note, and it's just going to help everything stay in place. I'm just going to die cut this first. Let's see. Just want to make sure this is done right. Okay, press that down. Okay, just as long as it doesn't shift on me, just carefully place that top plate down, and then we'll roll this through. Okay, let me peel this off right here. There's the TV. And then we're going to grab this. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to do the antenna. So we'll just take this, and you're just going to line that up. The circles need to be visible in those 2 holes. And then we'll just grab that. And I just need to cut 2 little buttons on here. So I'll just do that, and I'll run this through. And you can see my little buttons right there, and my antenna. Pry that off. Okay, these are coming off nicely. Come here, you guys. We'll put those down there, and then we need to adhere the TV to this piece right here. So I need to do some die cutting again, so I'm not going to put this too far. So let's just get this TV situated right. We want to make sure that the TV is about no more than like 1/4 inch away from the side, because we need enough room for 2 messages to fit side by side. So 1/4 inch on this side, and then the legs of the TV are just going to sit just on top of the carpet, the rug. So let me just add this right here, and I can bring this down. That looks about good. Okay. And then just push that into place. So the TV also comes with this die right here. This is the screen. And you're going to place this on here, and we are definitely going to tape this down. So that it stays in place. And you just want like a little hint of that line to be visible. And then we're going to cut this through. I'm cutting through 2 pieces of cardstock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through and then I'm going to go back. Let's see if that cuts it all the way through. Sometimes you'll have to do multiple passes. I think this is going to come off great. All right, so let's just peel this off gently, because we've gone through 2 passes and it's wanting to stick everything down really well. Okay, I'm peeling this off. So there we go. So that is very important because that is what your messages are going to appear through. And then this we can just throw out. Okay, I think we're done all our die cutting. So I'll put this away. I always say I think we're done our die cutting and then I find something else to go on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue the little antenna on here right now so we don't lose it. And you just want to hear that right kind of above the TV, kind of towards the left side. I love using blue and yellow together. It looks really retro. Probably didn't have blue and yellow TVs back in the day, but that's okay. I'm going to just put a little dot of glue in the center of those dials, and then I'll just place those on there. Just adds like a little tiny bit more yellow onto our piece. Okay. All right, so the front of our card's almost done. I'm just going to take some Memento ink and this zigzag sound design. I want to fill up some of the space over here on this side. There's a lot of blank space, so I thought this would work well. Just stamp some little sound zigzags coming from the TV like that. And that will just kind of give that extra little bit to make your card look wonderful. Okay, so now we need to build the slider holder that goes behind the TV. You're going to take a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 3 inches. I need to grab my scoring tool. Place the 3-inch side up at the top, and you're going to score at the 3/8 inch mark on the one side, and then the 3/8 inch mark on the other side. I don't know if you can see that. Let me angle my camera a little bit. There we go. You can see there's a score line and there is a score line all the way across. So we're going to fold this piece along the 2 score lines. And I will use my bone folder here to smooth down that fold. Oh, and I just want to show you something real quick while I'm grabbing my bone folder. Michelle Carter from Stampy Boxes sent me her new expanded tool holder, and I got this and I was just so excited because now I have a bigger spot to put my dimensionals. I'm going to put my black dimensionals back here. I have a place for post-it notes. My scissors now are separated. I have a place for my extra glue. It's just a really nice, a little bit more design. So check these out. She has bigger boxes now, so they're kind of cool. Okay, let's finish this off. This
piece has 2 pieces that fold down like this, and then your slider is going to be on the inside here. So you're going to grab your TV piece with the hole already cut out. Make sure you have the hole cut out first. We're going to unfold this for a second. I want to make sure that this piece right here is glued right underneath the TV as close as it can go without showing through. Okay, so can you see how I'm going to do that? It's going to be right there. We're going to glue it right underneath. So I'm going to put glue on this side right here, all the way down. And then I'm going to take that glued area and I'm going to glue it right underneath as close as possible to the TV as I can. And then I'm going to press down. I want to make sure it's straight too, because I want the slider to come straight out. Let's have a look. Okay, that looks pretty straight. Okay, press that down now. Once you get that first one glued down, the second one's going to be easier, because just do a good job on that first one. And you can see this one, oh, you can see just a teeny tiny bit of white. If that happens to you, just take your scissors and just trim that little bit of white away. There is enough space to get it so it doesn't show the edge of your piece coming through, but I just want to cut that away if I can see it at all. Let's just test this out to make sure when we glue this top part, see we're not seeing any of that edge right there. Okay, so now it's going to be really easy to glue the second part on because we've got the first part perfect. So this one right here, I've got it folded over, okay? And we're going to put glue on top of that folded piece all the way along. So let's just show this. Here's the glue. And there is, you can see the glue that's on top of there. It's folded. And then I'm just going to carefully, while it's folded, push this down right here. And I'm going to lay it flat and just give it a little push with my bone folder. This other side here. Okay. And I can see there's like just a teeny tiny bit sticking off on this side. If there's any residual that needs to be trimmed off, any overhanging cardstock, go ahead and snip that off right now before you go any further. Okay. All right, it's a good idea also, you can dry test it ahead of time to make sure you've got the exact right width. Sometimes even if we're just off just a little bit of a hair, you can have something hanging over. So if that happens, you can go ahead and just cut it off at that point. Okay, so we're getting close to being done. Now we need the slider piece, and this piece measures 5.5 by 2 1/8. And let's just test this out. We're going to slide this in here. There's no stopper on the slider because I wanted to make it really nice and easy. Oh, and one other thing before we do this. See how hard this is to get out? Well, that's because we haven't created our thumb grip. Okay, so let's get this out and let's create our thumb grip. So I have here a 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm going to leave a link down in my Amazon section to a 3 1/4 inch circle punch because we currently don't have one. And 3 3/4 inch, sorry, not 3 3/4, a 3/4 inch circle punch makes the best thumb grip. So I just want to bite into the white section right here, and I want it to be kind of centered on the TV. So if I see any Summer Splash cardstock, I'm going to back it off so I can only see white in my window, and I'm just going to do like that. And that is going to create, it's going to punch through the 2 layers, the top layer and the back layer here. And now I have a thumb grip. So now when I slide this piece in, come on. Now when I slide it in, I have something to pull it out with, okay? So you want to make sure that looks good. Your piece is in there, it's lined up. And once it's lined up, you're going to take your pencil and very lightly trace your screen onto this piece. Okay, and then you're going to pull this out. And when you see the pencil line over here, just on the outside of the card, right there, you're going to go ahead and trace another pencil line. Make it very light because that way it will be easier to erase. And you can see right now we've got the two little places where we're going to stamp something. So if you're going to do what I did on my original card, I'm going to take two greetings. And the first one is stay tuned for an important message. And message number 2 is happy birthday. So let's grab our Memento ink. And let's ink this up and stamp it in that first penciled window. It's very easy to do this with photopolymer because you really can see where you're stamping. And then we've got happy birthday, and also just centered in that window. Okay, and then the other thing that I want to do, because this looks a little bit bland, doesn't it? It looks like just, you could leave it like that, but I'm going to grab my Summer Splash and Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends. And this is just a neat trick you can do with whatever you have, whatever message you stamp in black. You can just go ahead and highlight the black. So I'm just going to come along here and I'm just going to go over those lines. I'm going to basically draw the cursive right over these lines, and now I'm actually adding color to those words, and it looks kind of neat. So you can, if you want, you can stay underneath, or you can just go over it however you want, because there's really no right or wrong way to do this. And I'm going to do the top words in Daffodil Delight and the bottom words. This is Daffodil Delight Dark, and this is Summer Splash. But guess what? I haven't put the labels on yet, so I want to show you how I did that real quick. Because I've got my new Stampin Blends chart right here, and I will also put the Stampin Blends. I'll also put the Stampin Blends chart on in the description of the video. So I created these sheets down here, and with the little labels. So I did it already for Daffodil Delight right there. Boop. Come on. There we go. And now I need to do them for my Summer Splash. So this is my Summer Splash. Where is it? It's Summer Splash Light. So this is a little 3/8 inch circle punch. You can also get this on Amazon, because we've never had one this size before, I don't think. Light Summer Splash. And you just take that teeny tiny label, you grab a mini glue dot, you stick that label on the mini glue dot, and I would do it on my fat end right here. And right now this is the way my blends are laying right now. They're like this. So I'm going to do it like that. And so now when it sits in my holder, let's see if I can get it to focus on my camera sometimes doesn't want to focus. There we go. So now I'll be able to see that. And the other thing I can do too, I also have a Blends chart. So I can take this, once you have all your colors, when you get a new color, you can take this, and this is the light summer splash, and you can just do like a little line right there in the summer splash, and now you can see, you can compare it to the other blues on there. So I have a blank chart of these, so when you get your new Stampin' Blends, you can go ahead and fill in your chart, and that way you'll know exactly which ones you have. And then I just keep this in a page protector next to my desk. I keep my extra labels back here in case I have to get a new blend. And then I keep this just so I can do the color comparison. All right, sorry, but for the little segue, now I'm going to do the bottom. So I'm just going over the words with my light summer splash, and I'm not trying to be perfect here. This is supposed to kind of be like a shadow. There we go. And here we go on this one. This is actually kind of fun. Like that. Let's see. Isn't that cute? Okay, let me see. Do I have my eraser here? There it is. Right here. Okay, so now I'm going to carefully erase my pencil lines so they don't show. And this is supposed to be like an easy peasy slider. That's why it doesn't have a stopper on the end. It's very easy to slide this in and out. So we'll just, actually, you know what? Before we do the sliding in, let's glue this to the front of a card base. So this is a Summer Splash card base. I thought it would look nice to do them same color. So I started off with 8.5 by 5.5, and I put this in my scoring board at with the top, the long side up at the top, and scored at the 4.25 inch mark. So this will be our card base. And so now I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to adhere, put glue on this side and adhere it to the front of here. So let's just add some glue. And that looks good. And then we'll just adhere this right to the front. I want to make sure that it's all the way down to the bottom. And you'll see right now we've lost our full use of our thumb grip here. So we're going to punch that out real quick. Not with this one. Where's my 3/4 inch circle punch? We'll just slide this in, and you'll just see wherever the Summer Splash is, just go ahead. And now we have like a full thumb grip all the way through, just on the front side. I'm not going to do the back side, but you could, if that bothered you, that little bit of blue there, you could also go back in and do the back side of the cardstock. Most of the time you're going to kind of have it like this, so I don't think it's necessary, but if you want to, then you absolutely can. So I'm going to slide this in here, and then we've got this, and it says stay tuned for an important message, and then you slide this, and then it's happy birthday. And that's all there is to it. So have fun with this pattern, with this design, and there's so many different ways that you could do this up. So I did do, here's my other card, I did do a different card, and this one I want to show you, I stamped this TV. So there's the two different ways you could do it. If you didn't want to die cut the TV, you could also stamp the TV. When stamping the TV, you just need to stamp it above the designer series paper, and also make sure it's about 1/4 inch from the left side. And so it was our anniversary this week. My husband and I have been married for 30 years. And so I thought I'd make a fun anniversary card for him. And so I have these two little penguins here. And then when you pull it, it says happy anniversary. And I thought that was kind of cute. We went to go see penguins in Chile when our son was about 10 years old. And so, you know, it's penguins mean a little something to us. So I think he'll get a kick out of it. The penguins and the happy anniversary come out of the Choose Happy stamp set. So this is a cute stamp set with a lot of sweet little images for around the year and a lot of the different greetings that you can mix and match. Like you could do Choose Happy. There's like all the different seasons, and it's just a fun little stamp set. So I thought it would work really cute with this one where you have the little penguins and then it's happy anniversary. So you can really have fun playing with this card and, you know, do a different image, and then you can do words first and then an image, or image first and then words. It really doesn't matter. It's just your imagination, but I thought this is kind of sweet, and I hope you enjoy this card, and I can't wait to see what you did with it. So if you're new to me, I'm Brenda Quintana. My blog is QB's Quest. I talk about a lot of different products while I'm demonstrating. If you look down below in the description of this video, I give you a complete supply list as well as links to things like my Stampin Blends chart. But everything can also be found over on my blog, and that is the very first link you will encounter when you're going through my description. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like, please subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate that. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Think of me tomorrow. I'll be watching our son Nicholas graduate. We're very proud of him. And I will be back next week, next Tuesday, and Friday will be my regular scheduled time. I hope to see you at one of my lives in the future. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.